Now, joining me now is Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley. He's the ranking Democrat on the Senate Budget Committee. Senator, it's great to see you.
It's wonderful to be with you.
It's a big week on this bill, and as much as we can just give an overview of how crazy the efforts to defend these cuts are, there's a lot of serious stuff in this bill. But I wanted to start by asking you about Elon Musk's opposition and his comments and what you make of that, and if that's going to have an impact, you think, on any of your Senate Republican colleagues.
Well, you know, when I heard Elon say it's an abomination, I'm like, well, damn right it's an abomination. I hear Elon and I are right on the same line, maybe for different reasons. I mean, a bill that is going to result in millions of children going hungry to fund tax breaks for the richest Americans, and that some 14 million people are going to lose health care coverage. And that has a huge impact on the health of their families in order to fund tax breaks for billionaires. Big, beautiful bill, big, beautiful betrayal might be a better thing to call it because Trump campaigned on being there for families. But in the end, it's families lose and billionaires win.
No kidding. I've been calling it the big ugly bill because I refuse to call it the big beautiful bill. Let me ask you, we were just talking about this before we came on, because sometimes you see some Republicans out there. I mean, Senator Paul has been pretty consistently critical. Senator Hawley has been, but he met with Trump. Shelley Moore Capito has expressed worry about the Medicaid cuts. You follow this. Few people follow this more closely than you. Do you think that some of these Republicans may actually ultimately vote against a bill, or how much hope are you holding out for that?
Well, I think there are a couple folks who may vote against the bill, and Senator Paul may well be one of them. I mean, there's a lot of concern by the senators from Alaska and Maine about the impact of health care. You know, and folks who come from really rural states, my goodness, you have a much higher rate of sign up for their version of Medicaid in their home state. It goes by a different name in every state. And the impact on rural hospitals and rural healthcare clinics is going to be very significant. There's other senators that really are still riled by the amount of national debt this is going to create, not just the $5 or so trillion over the 10 years, but CBO's roughly $50 trillion over 30 years. And that's only if the interest rates don't go up, in which case you can add another 24 trillion with a T onto it. So if there's a fiscal conservative left in the Republican side of the aisle, we might actually get a no vote there.
We will see. I wanted to ask you, I mean, there are lots of stages in this process. You've been through how many reconciliation processes? But it has to go through what's called the bird bath, which we always talk about every couple of years. The parliamentarian has to review it because these type of reconciliation bills have to be budgetary. There can't be policy making in there in that way. What are some of the things? There's been a couple that have been reported, but you, again, are so close to this, that could be pulled out through the bird bath in the parliamentary process.
Yes, on the House side, they put a bunch of policies in, and a policy by itself that is not there for the amount of money that it raises or for the spending impact isn't allowed. And that's the bird bath, named after Robert Byrd of West Virginia. And an example would be saying that judges can no longer hold someone in contempt. Or make it very difficult to do so. Another example would be saying to states that you can't pass any laws that try to regulate AI, artificial intelligence. There's a host of things like that done to satisfy different folks in the House of Representatives that clearly will come out unless the Republicans go nuclear.
The contempt one, those are both really important. The contempt one, I think, has been so eye-popping for so many people. We'll see what happens in this process.
It's really a violation of the separation of powers. I mean, trying to say the courts can't function to hold people accountable.
Exactly. It shouldn't be in any bill, to be frank. Senator, it was great to see you. I hope you will come back. We're following this extremely closely. Thank you so much for joining me today.